Hello, my name is Dr. Jane Palmer. I am the Faculty Director of the Community-Based Research Scholars Program, and in this short presentation, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the program. The Community-Based Research Scholars Program is a living learning community for first-year students at American University. We emphasize responsible and meaningful community service and community-based research in collaboration with local nonprofit organizations. Community-based research is a participatory and collaborative form of research where the people affected by the issue are involved in informing the solutions to whatever issue we might be focusing on. The idea behind community-based research is that it's action-oriented and it will hopefully help to improve the health and well-being of the community. Traditional research tends to do research on a community. In the research that we do in this program, we do research in and with community members, in the community and with community members. Students who participate in this program get to get involved in the local DC community right when they get here. DC is often known for the monuments and the museums and the Hill, Congress, Capitol Hill, the White House, but there are rich and vibrant communities here in DC that students in this program will be volunteering in a local community-based nonprofit organization within the first month and then throughout their first year so they can really get to know the true DC. In the program, students learn how to design, implement, and analyze data from community-based research partnerships with local nonprofits. I am a mixed methods researcher, so you will learn both quantitative and qualitative methods and the softwares that go along with analyzing that type of research. If that sounds intimidating, don't worry. I've been teaching research methods for a long time, and even students who were fearful of these things coming in come out with a strong understanding of these methods. Participation in the program has led to lots of research assistantships, fellowships, internships for our students. We also hire students after their first year to be teaching assistants for the program or to be a program assistant who lives on the floor with our students and serves as a mentor to them. Our students go off and do conference presentations. We've presented in local, regional, and national conferences. And after your first year, you can opt to participate in the certificate, which I'll talk about a little bit later in this slideshow. It's also important to talk about how it benefits the community, because the idea behind this program is that it's mutually beneficial for both the students and the community partners. Our community partners, based on our past projects with them, have been able to apply for grants they wouldn't have otherwise been able to get because they didn't have the data that they needed. I was an executive director of a nonprofit before coming to AU, and I always needed data. I needed data to write grants. I needed data to tell my board members that we were making a difference. I needed data so that I would sleep well at night, that I was actually making a difference in people's lives. And this partnership with community helps nonprofits who don't have the capacity otherwise to do surveys or interviews or focus group. We come in and we help fill that gap and provide them with the information they need for grants or to evaluate their program or inform their strategic planning efforts. Also, our students tend to get internships, continue volunteering, or even have been hired by the organizations that we've worked with. So what does this involve? During your first year, you'll take 7 credits total. So you can take up to 17.5 credits a semester. So this isn't a huge part of your academic life at AU. You can be any major. We have students in all schools who are in this program. It's a very interdisciplinary program. In the 1 credit lab, you'll learn about the principles of community-based learning, community-based research, fundamentals of social science research. We also talk about power, privilege, and inequality and how that manifests in Washington, D.C. region. Practice teamwork, public speaking, interviewing, and other topics. You also will take a complex problems class. What does it mean to be educated? Who is DC or incivility? These also fulfill an AU core general education requirement. In addition, all community-based research scholars volunteer a minimum of 20 hours a semester at a local nonprofit organization. So you can look these up through your Eagle service, but here's the description of the What Does It Mean to Be Educated, taught by Dr. Gargano in the School of International Service. Each of our faculty members are from a different school within American University, but remember this is an interdisciplinary program, so no matter what your intended major, you can take whichever class sounds most interesting to you. Who is DC focuses on the Washington, D.C. area, the neighborhoods, the changes DC is going through, and we'll spend time in the community getting to know DC better in addition to what we do in the program. Final complex problems seminar choice, you choose one of these three, is taught by Dr. Weiss in the Department of Religion and Philosophy. And this focuses on what is and what isn't civil discourse, and challenges our assumptions about incivility and what we call civil discourse. We volunteer at a variety of community-based learning sites. Here are some examples of places that we plan to continue to partner with. And so you feel free to look up these organizations on Google and learn more about them. And you'll see that they cover a wide variety of different types of nonprofit organizations. And then in the spring, you'll take a 3-credit community-based research course taught by myself or another faculty member. And you participate in a substantive community-based research project in collaboration with a local nonprofit organization. For example, the students in this picture partnered with an organization called Latin American Youth Center on a project focused on food insecurity in DC. This year, we're focusing on issues of college access for DC youth. Other years, we've focused on housing and homelessness, preventing dropout in public education, and understanding community needs in different neighborhoods throughout the District of Columbia. These are our past spring partners. In this semester in 2019, you'll see that we're working again with nonprofit partners we have worked with in the past to create those sustainable partnerships that are so helpful for the nonprofits that we work with. We also have fun. We go out into the community, we do non-research related things. We have pumpkin carving party, games, get to know the communities, get to know the assets in the communities that we work with. After the first year, you can become a peer mentor. As a first year in this program, you will have a peer mentor, an older student who's participated in the program. We always have teaching assistant and program assistant positions if you want to continue to work in the program and get paid to do so. Periodically, we offer the Wicked Problem Challenge, which you'd work in an interdisciplinary team to try and address a social issue that is seen as intractable. As I said, we also present at and attend local and national conferences, and you can opt into the CBRS certificate program. The Community-Based Research Certificate Program, by being a community-based research scholar, you fulfill half of the credits required for this certificate. If you might be wondering what a certificate is, it's an academic program. It's kind of like a minor in that it's not as many credits as a major would be, but it's very applied and skills-based. And so you can see from the courses that you're required to take, you spend a little bit more time in the community, and you have to take some more research and statistics classes. Research or statistics classes. Many of you will already have to take additional research methods or statistics classes for your major, so it's not a hard requirement to fulfill. All students in the Community-Based Research Certificate will take the capstone, and that is an independent study where you have a faculty advisor, and you get to do a project based on what you've learned in the program. That's a research project for a local nonprofit in an area that you're passionate about. Why students choose CBRS? You'll see here we have some quotes from students about what they've got, why they chose CBRS, what they've gotten out of the program, how it's really set them up for internships and research assistantships, and how much they learned in the program. So by making your deposit, saying that you intend to attend American University, you are already considered enrolled in the Community-Based Research Scholars Program since you were accepted into the program. When it's time for registration, your first year advisor will reach out to you, and all CBRS students will register for the lab, which will be on Wednesday afternoons with me. And then you pick which of those 3 complex problems courses you would like to take. Our complex problems courses are exclusive to community-based research scholars. And you can take any of the 3, as I said, just whichever you're most interested in or whichever fits in your schedule the easiest. One thing to consider as you're planning your schedule with your first year advisor is to try to leave an afternoon or a morning in your schedule, if possible, to do community-based learning out at one of our nonprofit partners so you can fulfill your minimum of 20 hours requirement. Don't worry if that's not going to work out because of the classes you want to take and when they're scheduled. We also have an option that is on Saturday mornings. Here's some of our social media if you want to connect with us or if you want to learn more or see what we've been up to lately. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us anytime at cbrs@american.edu. Thanks so much.